Some young people are gathered at Eric's house and doing various challenges of taking off parts of their clothes and giving kisses. When the boy's father arrives, he doesn't like what he is seeing and says, "What is this mess that is happening here in my house?" The son gets up not liking his father's attitude and replies, "Dad, look at the way you arrive, you're ruining the party, stop being old." The father tells him to stop being rude, and one of the girls gets up saying, "Why don't you go find something else to do out of here? We're all young people here and we need to have fun." The father then replies, "You want to have fun then, okay, I'll arrange something really fun here for you, let's play, and to make your fun really cool I'll arrange a little game here. Do you accept?" The son asks what he's talking about and he replies, "It's a really cool game, do you think this group is all your friends?" Eric replies that yes, everyone there is his friend and he likes everyone very much. His father says, "So if you like your friends a lot and they are the most wonderful people for you, let's play this game here. If you win you can stay here for a whole week having the biggest party they want." At that time, everyone applauds with happiness with the prize, and the boy's father asks them to calm down because, in addition, he will leave the car's tank full so they can drive around the city. Again everyone applauds with happiness, and the father says that there's still another thing he's going to leave. "I'm going to leave my credit card for you to spend at the mall with my son since you like him so much." Everyone is even happier, and the son asks, "What game is this? I want to win all this soon." The father asks him to calm down because it's not over yet. In addition to everything that is going to happen, their party will be completely unsupervised by adults. They will be free in the house to do whatever they want. One of the friends getting up and imagining how cool it will be says, "I'm even dreaming of driving this car and going to the mall to buy several clothes." The son says it's fine and asks his father, "We're going to win all this, but what will be the consequences if we lose the game?" The father replies, "My son, you have nothing to lose, you only have to gain." Another friend, already tired of so much stalling, asks, "What time are you going to hang around talking about? Talk about the game right there." The father then, expressing how these young people today are very anxious, says, "Let's start this game right away. The first task is for you to put all the cell phones here on the table." No one gets up to obey the first request. One of the friends asks what this has to do with the game, and he says, "Yeah, all of you are going to put your cell phones here. All the messages that arrive you will have to read them aloud, and if you have a call, you'll have to answer it loud so everyone can hear." One of the girls says that this game is very boring, and the other agrees saying, "We've been friends for many years. Do you think there's a secret between us?" Another of the boys also says that everyone there knows him and has nothing to hide, until one of them gets up and says that he will not participate in this game, and Eric asks, "Aitor, what do you mean you are not going to play? Are you leaving?" And he responds that this game is too much invasion of privacy. Before the boy could go out the door, the father imposes, "If that friend of yours leaves, the game is over, it needs to be with all of you participating." So everyone starts begging for Aitor to come back, but he says he has an appointment and needs to go. Seeing that this seemed like an invention, one of the boys asks if he has anything to hide, and he replies that no, he has nothing to hide. Eric then orders him to sit down soon and stop being so cool so they can finish that game soon. The game begins, and one of them decides to be the first to put a cell phone, saying he has nothing to hide there. Aitor asks who will be next, and one of the girls tells him to be himself since he was the one who asked. He obeys. Then the three others do the same and put the cell phone on the table. After all the cell phones are on the table, the father says that now it's just a case of waiting for the messages to arrive. Soon after, the first cell phone rings, and everyone tells the girl to answer it. She answers, and on the other end of the call someone says, "Hi Anna, you forgot your panties." At the time Anna interrupts him saying that that was not a good time for them to talk, but the guy on the other end continues and asks for her to send her account number so he could pay her. Everyone in the room looks surprised, and she quickly hangs up the phone. As soon as she sits down again, her colleagues question her, "Wow, why did you hang up?" So this is what you're doing when you say you're too busy to hang out with us? And Anna replies, and what do you want me to do? My college is expensive. They are impressed and start making fun of her. Another cell phone message arrives and the father asks who it is from. Mike, who owns the cell phone, takes it and calls the girl who sent him a message, starts asking if everything is okay. On the other side of the call she replies, "Hi friend, I'm well, but I called you to ask if Louise managed to solve that itch that Eric gave her." At the time Eric turns to Louise and asks, "How did you have the courage to say that to someone? They will spread to everyone." Mike then tells her friend, who later calls back and hangs up. Louise looks at him and says, "I trusted you. How did you have the courage to go out and tell everyone?" Before Mike could answer, Eric interrupts and says, "Louise, you were the one who went around spreading our things to everyone." Mick tries to lighten the situation by saying that this is nothing more to me, but Louise gets up irritated and replies, "I told you to vent and not for you to go around talking about me to everyone." Mike tells her to calm down before things get worse, and Eric's father starts to get excited about the direction that joke is taking. Eric also tells Louise to stop talking so that joke ends soon. At that moment a cell phone that is not on the table rings, and when Eric looks for it, he sees that it is Louise's and asks what cell phone is that. She replies that it's just an emergency cell phone. Eric replies that she doesn't need an emergency cell phone since has him as a boyfriend. Then he takes the cell phone to read the message, when he sees it as a boy asking her to date. Louise tries to explain that he's just a friend from college, but he doesn't believe her and asks who she thinks he is to believe that. Anna, who is next to him, tells him to stop making so much drama, so Eric gets up and replies, "For you everything is normal, you don't count and you even sell yourself." Aitor asks Eric to calm down and Anna says, "But at least I'm not the one who was betrayed and I only do these things to pay for my college, unlike you who need to bribe the math teacher to not fail the subject." Louise, who didn't know that, asks, "What do you mean he paid the math teacher?" and he replied that it was the only way to not fail. The classmates talk about how disgusting that is and Eric tells Louise to stop drama, but she starts fighting because he fought with her even having done worse. She still says she never expected this attitude from him. During the discussion, another cell phone rings. This time it's Aitor's, who answers asking who it is. The girl on the other side of the call replies, "Hi. This is from the clinic. Miss Louise left her number as a second option, so how did she not answer you? We called to let you know the pregnancy test was positive. Congratulations, you are dads." Aitor and all his colleagues are left without reaction and Eric's father says, "Look at my son, look at this on the bright side, at least the son is not yours." Eric, in disbelief, asks how they had the courage to do that, even more Hector, who is his best friend, and Hector replies, "It just happened, she keeps hitting on me and going to the house." Louise interferes and says, "That's it, lie, you're the one who keeps hitting on me. Plus we need to do a test to see who the father is, because I don't know." Eric, very nervous, starts to fight with them, but is restrained by his father. Mike starts to laugh at the situation because he is not involved in the story and loves gossip, but Louise replies that if he spreads the story he will have to pay a lot. He does not care and replies that it is not a trunk to keep a secret. Anna also asks Eric to calm down, but he pushes her away and then one by one throws everyone out of the house, saying that the child Louise is expecting is not his. At that time Aitor gets up pushing Eric and calls Louise to leave. After everyone leaves, Eric says to his father, "Wow, Dad, I can't believe it. I thought they were all my friends," and the father asks, "This is for you to learn. Do you know why I made this joke?" Eric angrily replies that it was to end his life and take all his friends away from him, so his father begins to explain, "None of that, you know that this is for you to learn about the people you consider a true friend. I want you to understand that when a father gives advice to a son, it's because we really want the best for you. I just wanted to show you that real friends are not like these people who were here today, they just wanted to take advantage of you." Eric, seeing that his father is right, apologizes to his father for not realizing this earlier. The father asks him to be calm about it and calls him to go to the mall to take a walk and eat some lunch. He even says that he can drive the car, making him very happy.